Okay, this is part 8 of the video, installation of Exchange Server 2013 and the Barracuda Antispam project. After the installation of the Exchange Server, what we're going to do is we log into the ECP, the Exchange Control Panel, using the administrator account. Right now, as you see, there's an email address for the administrator as administrator at delaris.local. So I'm going to add another mailbox for myself. I'm gonna put Chung there, my name, and I'm gonna type the login name, which is my name, and the password. I'm gonna save this. So right now I have 2 users and their email address is .local. So what I'm gonna do is I'm going to change some setting in the server to allow this server to accept email for the .com. Right now it only accepts mail for the .local, which is not good because the .local does not exist on the internet, right? .local only exists on the server. So we're going to click mail flow on the left hand side, and we'll click on accepted domain. We're going to add an accepted domain. We're going to call this delaris.com. so it will accept mail for delaris.com. So email sent to chung at delaris.com. This server will accept it. So after that, I'm going to add an email address policy so that when I create a new user, this policy will kick in, and that user will have this email address based on this policy. So I'm going to call it my policy, right? And I'm going to use the alias at delaris.com. So if my alias is going to be Chung, it's going to become chung at delaris.com. I'm going to save it. I'm going to click save. I'm going to add a new send connector. This is allow me to send email from this server to the internet. I call it my send connector, and this is gonna be this is gonna allow me to send email to the world. This is to send internet mail. I'm going to use the MX record. I'm going to use use email through smart host. I'm not going to use this. I'm just using the MX record, and I'm going to add address space as an SMTP address, and the fully qualified domain name here is, I'm going to enter this, it's exchange.delaris.com, and choose the server as this server. And exchange.delaris.com resolves to the public IP address of my Exchange server of my router.
Oh, okay. We have to talk to them first.
Also, I need to check the local DNS on the Exchange server. So what I do is I click on server and I open the Exchange server. I click DNS lookup. This DNS lookup allow me to specify the DNS server. So I make sure that the DNS is 10.0.0.2. If I don't have this, I'm gonna have some. If I don't do this, I'm gonna have some problem in the future. I'm gonna use PuTTY to telnet into the Exchange server just to see if the Exchange server is live and responded. So I'm going to log back into OWA, Outlook web app. So it's log me in as administrator. I'm going to switch back to the ECP for a second, Exchange Control Panel. I'm going to add the email address for administrator and Chung to have the .com at the end, because the .local is a non-internet email address. So we're going to add a secondary email address. This email address is going to be the default one. It's going to be chung@alaris.com and administrator@alaris.com. I'm going to be able to send email back and forth between these accounts. I'm going to change back to OWA and click to create a new email. Send. We're going to send to another user. We send to all user administrator and Chung at alaris.com. This is going to be a test email. And then we're going to send that email, and we're going to check that the email has arrived, and we're going to sign out and log back in this Chung. Log back in this Chung in Outlook web app, and then you see the email that we sent earlier, and then we can reply to that email. Now the email has been replied. We log out and log back in as administrator. And clearly the email just arrived to the inbox, and that's it.